What's up, guys? This is your boy Moto MMA here. Are you that guy, that broke guy, looking for those budget motorcycles? Well, I'm going to help you out. Here's my top 5 budget motorcycles that I found on Facebook Market. Number 1, the Honda Shadow. Okay, guys, I found these things all over Facebook Market. This particular bike is a 1997 1100cc for only $2,200. I also found a 2006 600cc for $2,000. These are great beginner bikes, guys. They're all over Facebook Market. You really can't find them for a better deal. Number 2, the Kawasaki Vulcan 800, guys. All right, this one we're looking at is a 2003 Kawasaki Vulcan 800 for only $1,500, guys. That is amazing. I found a 96 Kawasaki Vulcan for like $2,600, but you can get a newer one, guys, for only $1,500. You find these all over Facebook Market. These are great budget bikes that won't break the bank. Number 3, the Yamaha V-Star. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to get a little bit personal here on this one. The Yamaha V-Star is actually the beginner bike that I have, guys. I have a 650 Yamaha V-Star that I got for a great deal. I only paid $600 for my V-Star, which you're going to see the picture of that in just a couple of seconds here. But this particular V-Star is an 1100, and it's only $2,000. These are great bikes. They're great for big guys. Like I say, I'm 6 foot, about 300 pounds. You'll love the Yamaha V-Star, and I love my bike. It's so beautiful. Number 4, the Honda CBR RR. Now, the first one you've seen is a Honda CBR 600 that I found for $2,800. And the second one you're about to see is the 1994 Honda CBR 1000cc, can't talk, for $1,200. Now, from what I've heard, these are really fast super sports bikes, I believe. I don't know a lot about the sports bike industries, but I heard these are really fast bikes. Probably why they're going so cheap, because I guess once the guy got on it, or whoever got on it, realized, man, oh man, this is a lot of bike. But nevertheless, you still can find them very cheap, and they're all over the Facebook Market. So let's get ready. Number 5, last but certainly not least, is the Harley Davidson Sportster. Now, guys, there's cheap, and then there's Harley Davidson cheap. This particular bike that you're seeing right now, that one is a 2004 for $3,500. And this one we can see is also another 2004 with this ridiculous ape hangers for $2,500. You have to look a little bit harder to find a cheap Harley, but they do exist. All right, guys, there we go. Those are my top 5 budget bikes. Now, there was a lot of other bikes that was on Facebook Market that was pretty cheap too, that I could have put on there, but I basically based that list off the ones that I saw, like 4 or 5 of those bikes, and for the most part, they were almost always pretty cheap. A lot of those bikes were actually under $3,000, which is really cool. Like I said, Harleys were a little bit harder for me to find. You really don't find Harleys that cheap. I didn't find any Indians or anything like that cheap. Those bikes were a little bit harder to come by and usually not as cheap. You can sometimes find Gold Wings a little cheap, the older ones. If you start getting like in the 80s, 90s, or whatever, sometimes they're a little bit harder to repair or find places to get them fixed. But the good thing about those bikes is usually you can find parts for them, and those are good bikes to actually learn how to fix on yourself. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to do with any of your bikes. So, you know, you don't really want to go get a bike that you got to go out and go get financed anyways for your first motorcycle. You want a bike where you can learn how to ride, and if you do accidentally drop it, it's not going to be a killer because you're making, you know, thousands of dollars worth of payments because this is a $10,000, $20,000 bike. Let's just, you know, let's put that down the road after maybe we've been riding for like a year or two. But if you do have the money and you do finance them, the credit, hopefully you don't drop it. You don't have any really major damages. Maybe your insurance or something will take care of it, and you'll be just fine. But if you're like me, a baller on a budget, I would suggest not going with the top tier, most expensive bikes, because all those bikes that you guys saw today were very beautiful to me. I would buy any of them if I wish I had the money so I could go out and get them, including the Honda CBRs. I don't know much about sports bikes, guys. I really don't. I would love to buy one. Maybe next year sometime I will try to get a sports bike as well, so that way I can try, you know, the sports bike world. I think you should have the skill and experience on multiple different bikes. You know what I mean? I love to ride a dirt bike. I love to ride a dual sport. You know, just kind of try them all out. That way I can get my feet wet and really, you know, just experience multiple types of bikes in the world of motorcycling. Because to me, there's no such thing as a crappy motorcycle. If it's on two wheels, it's a wonderful motorcycle to me. So that's just how I feel, you know what I mean? And that even includes from the smaller CC bikes. Like I said, a Yamaha Twin Star, 185cc. Yamaha Twin Star was my very first motorcycle, and I loved it. I had a great time, and it got me prepared for the bike that I now have, which is the V-Star 650. Like I said, that bike to me, they hit home, man. That's a bike that's only a 650cc, but it's made for a big boy. I love it. So yeah, don't be embarrassed. Don't be discouraged. You know, buy whatever bike that you can afford, whatever bike is in your budget, because hey, ultimately you're the one that has to live with it. Don't go out and go try to impress everybody. Don't listen to somebody on YouTube telling you that the only type of bike you need to buy is this type or the most expensive type. Buy what you can afford, ride what you like to ride, because ultimately you know you best. Okay guys, so I'm going to throw this in probably at the end of a lot of my other videos. I still haven't got the camera yet. I'm going to get it. Sorry. Now, it's not what I meant to throw in there, but I thought I'd put that in there too. November 14th, I have another fight coming up. It's a kickboxing match. It's going to be down in Linton, Indiana. If you guys are around or you want to come, let me know. Drop a comment. I'll try to, you know, let you know how much the ticket sales and stuff are. I would love to see you there. I mean, Moto MMA, Jason Boss going to be doing his thing, throwing them things, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to have you guys there. I would love to have your support. You know, just bring it back to the local fighters, man. We really, 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 really need it. I'm not going to be fighting for a long time, guys. You know, I maybe have 1 or 2 more fights with me, but I'm doing this to support my local fighters, man. People in your neighborhood, people in your communities need you guys. The local people, you know what I mean? They need you. So if you're in the Indiana, if you're in the Indiana area, please stop on in. You know, get you a ticket. Come watch the fight. See me win, because that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen. I believe it. I know it. And other than that, guys, the next couple of videos, hopefully, I'm going to try to get some, like I say, some stuff in me training. Eventually some stuff on me on the bike. I mean, I'm learning the editing part, so it's a little tough. Bear with me. Thank you to all 25 of my subscribers. I really love you guys. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the other YouTubers that have reached out to me and helped me out. All right, well, without further ado, this is your boy, Moto MMA, aka Jason Boss, saying I'll see you later.